Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Eric, and today I have another Black Ops 2 information kind of evaluation video for you. And basically I'm going to be talking about the IGN and GameSpot Black Ops 2 live streams that took place yesterday during the day. If you didn't see them, I definitely suggest you check them out. I believe they were hosted on twitch.tv/IGN and twitch.tv/GameSpot, and I'm sure you can find the footage on YouTube, hopefully. But basically, if you didn't catch them, what it was is basically an IGN employee or something was pretty much just playing Black Ops 2 multiplayer with against some other Treyarch members. And while he did that, the gameplay was in the background, and on the IGN live stream, they had David Vonderhaar answering some questions from fans and just general comments about the game. So I definitely suggest you check it out, but if you don't have time to watch that 2-hour live stream, I kind of have a little bit of a summary and my thoughts, and I'm basically just going to talk about some interesting points that I heard while watching the stream. So yeah, and in the background we will have a 62 kill Summit gameplay, Summit domination. My kill streaks really didn't do anything, so a lot of it's gun-on-gun action, so I think it's a pretty good gameplay, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the IGN live stream. And I didn't catch the GameSpot one. I tuned in for a couple minutes, and it seemed to be pretty much a repetition of what they did on the IGN stream earlier in the day, so I didn't tune into that. But if there's any information from that I missed, you can definitely include in the comments. But on to what I learned in this live stream. And basically I talked about a lot of different things, but one of the things I picked up on was what Vonderhaar said about challenges. And what he said was basically that challenges aren't as one-dimensional as they used to be in previous Call of Duties. So in previous Call of Duties, you would just have your typical just red dot sight challenge on the M16, just get, or something like that, just get 25 kills with red dot sight. But it's different in this Call of Duty. In Black Ops 2, they have waves of challenges. Maybe after the first one, you'll just unlock a points bonus, and then after the second wave of this challenge, you'll unlock a new custom reticle for your red dot sight. And it's different things like that that Black Ops 2 is implementing for their challenges feature, which I think is really interesting and really cool, because in previous Call of Duties, the challenges just have been just outmatched. Like, people don't really pay attention to them. It's all about the gameplay. It's all about the kill streaks. It's all about what they're doing in-game, but nobody really cares to go for those challenges to try to rank up. But I think Black Ops 2 is trying to refocus the challenges, make them a viable part of the game again, and I think that's really interesting. Next thing is that the player played with the Type 25 a little bit, and if you haven't watched my previous commentary about the best 5 classes, you would know that, or I will tell you that the Type 25 is definitely overpowered. This is what people were saying when they were playing at Treyarch a couple months back. I didn't know if they would fine-tune the gun since then, but I was watching him play with it yesterday, and it's definitely overpowered. It looks just like the FAMAS from Black Ops, and if you don't know, the FAMAS is pretty much the only viable MLG gun in that game. It's the best gun. It'll outgun you at close range, long range, anything. That's the gun of choice, and I feel like the Type 25 was the exact same in what I saw of Black Ops 2 yesterday. So that's that. Keep a lookout for the Type 25. Definitely going to be your gun of choice until they patch it, because I think they probably will. Next, prestiging. Now, they talked a lot about prestiging yesterday because, to be honest, there hasn't been a lot of information about it. They haven't talked about it. That's one of the things about the game that's kind of been held a mystery until now, and they talked about a lot of stuff that I think is really interesting. So, first of all, if you didn't know, there's 10 prestiges, 55 levels in a prestige, I believe, and basically what happens is, as you go through a prestige, you unlock different things for a gun. Guns are unlocked at different levels, like in Black Ops, for example, or not Black Ops, not like Black Ops, where you bought them with COD points. In this game, it's where you unlock them by level, like MW3. But what happens is, you play with that gun for a little while, you prestige that gun a couple times, you unlock all your attachments, you unlock a couple camos. Basically what happens is you prestige, you lose that gun until you get back to that rank. So say you unlock the gun at level 30, you play through prestige, lose that gun, get back to level 30 in your next prestige, and you have that gun back with all of your attachments and camos. You have it back right where you left off. You can continue your progress, and I think that's really cool. One of the big downs for me on prestiging in previous Call of Duties was that I just lost everything. I worked so hard for my gold camos 1 through 80 and MW3, and then I just lost them, and I didn't like that. But in Black Ops 2, that gives me a lot more incentive to prestige. And along with that, you also get your additional classes by prestiging. So this is like the MW2 style, where you get a class every couple prestiges. I believe it's working the same way in Black Ops 2. They did say that you get your extra 5 classes by prestiging. I don't know what the intervals are. That has not been released, but I assume it'll be every other prestige, so that you get your 10th class at 9th prestige. So I think that's really cool. I'm glad they're bringing back the 10 custom classes. I like to use every single one of those, so that's a really good feature that they're bringing back. Next, Nuketown 2025. So basically, if you didn't watch the stream, you wouldn't know, but this is the first release gameplay of Nuketown 2025. This is the first multiplayer reveal. They played it for the first time. This is the first time anybody's seeing it, and it looks so cool, guys. Honestly, I'm so excited for this map. It's the colors are amazing. They really buffed up everything. They changed some of the graphics around to make some things look nicer. But in the end, it's basically the exact same Nuketown map. There's no actual features that were changed or anything like that. Everything looks exactly the same as far as like size and shape, like all that, but they just changed the colors around. They changed some of the curves and stuff like that, and it looks really cool. And I'm really happy that I pre-ordered the game. So if you haven't pre-ordered the game, definitely get on that, because you're going to want to be playing Nuketown 2025. And as of right now, Vonderhaar said pre-ordering it is the only way to get that game. They will not be releasing it to the public just for anything. It will only be for pre-orders. So definitely get on pre-ordering it if you want to play Nuketown. Lastly, the player that we were watching in the IGN live stream got a lot of kill streaks, and one thing I noticed is that they really don't give you many points. Because of the new system based on point streaks, they couldn't really buff the point streaks that much to give you more points. So basically what you're getting is you're only getting like 10 or 15 points for a kill from things like a hunter-killer drone and stuff like that. And I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess I understand it, because if you were throwing down a chopper gunner and getting 20 kills with it, you'd be getting all your streaks all over again. And I definitely don't agree with that. But I mean, it's kind of unsatisfying, I guess. When I was watching it, he'd throw out a hunter killer and get a kill, but he would only get plus 15 for it. It doesn't feel as good as the usual kill you get with a kill streak, and I wasn't really a fan of that. But I mean, as far as gameplay wise, I can understand where they're coming from, and I think it's probably the best choice. But I'm just keeping you on the lookout for that. That maybe killing kill streaks, they look good for your overall scoreboard at the end of the game, but they might not be the best thing for getting those big scores to actually rank up. So that's all that I noticed with the IGN live stream. I'm really excited for this game still. I thought the game flowed really nice. The maps were nice too. The linearity was really nice, which I really enjoyed. If you don't know what that means, it's basically just that there were different lanes kind of straight rather than kind of all mixed up and triangular like the MW3 maps, which I hated. So yeah, the maps were great. The colors were nice. Most of the guns seemed viable. I know people say that before every Call of Duty, but I mean, they looked pretty good. Like, all the guns seemed good. There were none of those terrible SMGs that usually get like a Mac 11 or PM9 or something like that. There was none of that. It was all viable kill streaks and viable guns, which I liked. Just in general, I'm looking forward to the new innovation that they're putting into this game. And I guess when we get our hands on it November 13th, we'll all be able to see. And I hope you guys stay tuned for more commentaries from me. I'll have my release night plans going up tomorrow, I believe, which I'm really excited to put up. I think it's a really cool commentary, just to show you kind of like a day in the life kind of thing of what I'm going to do to get my game. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. comment if you picked anything up from the IGN live stream that I missed, and have a good day.